Yes, conduit needs to be supported within 3 feet of a coupling. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides specific guidelines for supporting conduit systems to ensure mechanical integrity and electrical safety. These requirements are in place to prevent stress on the conduit, protect conductors from damage, and maintain the overall reliability of the electrical system. The NEC Section 344.30, for example, covers the support requirements for rigid metal conduit, or RMC. It dictates how frequently conduit must be supported to prevent sagging or displacement. Generally, RMC requires support at specific intervals, often every 10 feet for smaller sizes. However, the code makes an exception for support near couplings. The purpose of requiring support close to couplings is that couplings represent a point of potential weakness in the conduit run. Without adequate support, the weight of the conduit and conductors can cause stress on the coupling, leading to loosening, separation, or even damage to the conduit. This is especially important in environments where vibration or physical impact might occur. When a coupling is installed, the NEC mandates that the conduit must be supported within 3 feet of the coupling. This close support minimizes stress on the coupling and helps to maintain the mechanical integrity of the conduit system. The 3-foot rule is a common requirement, but it's essential to consult the specific NEC section applicable to the type of conduit being used. For example, intermediate metal conduit, or IMC, also has support requirements under NEC Section 342.30, which similarly mandates support within 3 feet of couplings. Electrical metallic tubing, or IMT, follows similar principles, though the specific support intervals and requirements are outlined in NEC Section 358.30. The NEC allows for exceptions under certain conditions. For instance, if the conduit run is extremely short, or if there is other structural support that effectively prevents stress on the coupling, the local electrical inspector might grant an exception. However, such exceptions are typically evaluated on a case-by-case basis and must be documented. To properly support conduit near a coupling, several methods can be used. One common approach is to use conduit straps or clamps, which are secured to a structural surface such as a wall, ceiling, or a framing member. The straps or clamps should be sized appropriately for the conduit and installed according to the manufacturer's instructions. Another method involves using conduit hangers, which are suspended from overhead structures using threaded rods or other suitable supports. Hangers are particularly useful for supporting conduit runs in open spaces or in areas where direct attachment to a structural surface is not feasible. In addition to the support requirements near couplings, it is important to consider the overall support spacing for the conduit run. The NEC specifies maximum support intervals for different types and sizes of conduit, and these intervals must be adhered to throughout the installation. Exceeding the maximum support spacing can lead to sagging, stress on the conduit, and potential damage to the conductors. When installing conduit in areas subject to vibration, such as near machinery or equipment, it may be necessary to provide additional support to prevent loosening of connections or damage to the conduit. Vibration-resistant supports, such as cushioned clamps or hangers, can be used to minimize the effects of vibration. It is also important to ensure that conduit supports are properly grounded. Grounding provides a low impedance path for fault currents, which helps to protect people and equipment from electrical shock. Conduit support should be bonded to the grounding system using approved methods, such as grounding bushings or bonding jumpers. In summary, supporting conduit within 3 feet of a coupling is a critical requirement of the NEC. This requirement is in place to minimize stress on the coupling, maintain the mechanical integrity of the conduit system, and ensure the safety of the electrical installation. Failure to comply with these requirements can result in code violations, potential safety hazards, and costly repairs. Remember to always consult the latest edition of the NEC and any applicable local codes for the most up-to-date information on conduit support requirements. Ignoring these regulations can lead to serious consequences, including electrical failures, fires, and injuries. Always ensure that electrical work is performed by qualified and licensed professionals who are familiar with the applicable codes and standards. These regulations are not arbitrary, They are based on years of experience and research aimed at ensuring the safety and reliability of electrical systems. It is not enough to simply install conduit, it must be installed correctly and in accordance with all applicable regulations. When it comes to electrical installations, there is no substitute for knowledge and experience. Always seek the advice of a qualified professional if you are unsure about any aspect of the work. This is especially true when dealing with conduit support requirements, as these requirements can be complex and vary depending on the specific application. Understanding and following these regulations is not only a matter of compliance, it is a matter of safety. By supporting conduit properly, you are helping to protect people and property from the hazards of electricity.